Today I am testing out the throwing grips used by some of the best dart players in the world. Players like Phil Taylor, Michael van Gerwen, Luke Humphries and many more. And today I'll see how each grip feels in my hand, how natural it is and whether it actually improves my throw. And of course I'll be rating each grip out of 10. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. So the first grip that we'll be looking at is actually Phil Taylor's. Now his is very simple. He has his thumb in the middle of the barrel and then he has his index finger on the opposite side and then his middle finger under the front of the barrel. Now let's see how it feels and also what am I going to rate it. So I've got the Phil Taylor dart, of course, got his famous very small flights. Now let's try his grip. Now he does kind of grip it more inside the middle of the barrel, well front middle, but let's give it a try. Oh, I'll tell you what, single 20 straight away. Oh, as well, I'll tell you what, my darts land flat, which never happens. I would take a 41. I'll be very still and slow like Phil Taylor did it. I don't know what happened with that dart. Ooh. His grip feels very, very nice. It's kind of like how I grip a dart now, just one less finger. But it does feel really good. So I think rating it is going to be very, very easy. I think it's easily going to be a solid 9. It's a really, really nice grip. Now let's move on to our next player's grip, which is actually going to be Michael van Gerwen. So Michael van Gerwen's grip starts with his thumb being at the back of the barrel, and then his index finger just in front of that on the other side of the barrel, and then finally his middle finger touching the front of the barrel but not fully under the barrel. So not too bad of a grip, a nice 3-finger grip. Now let's see how it feels. So can this grip turn me into prime Michael van Gerwen? I hope so, I need help. Ooh, that feels very, very weird to throw. It's definitely a lot less natural than Phil Taylor's throw, or his grip, sorry. Okay, not the best start, I will admit. Oh, I was hoping that'd be a single 20. Just can't seem to like get it in one motion without kind of like looking down or seeing what I'm doing. That's where I feel like I lose momentum. That's where it just feels very unnatural. I'm going to try and throw these 3 darts without looking. Okay, not bad. Okay, oh, I looked. Bugger. Take 2, I'm going to try and throw these 3 darts without looking what I'm doing. So, first dart. Right, second dart. Don't know what that was. Third dart. They were very scattered. Rating his grip, personally I actually don't think it's that bad. I mean, Phil Taylor's one is definitely better, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So I think I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10, because once you kind of get the hang of it, it's not bad to use, to be fair. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, so it's currently second right now. Now moving on to our third player's grip is Luke Humphries. Now he has a weird dart setup, but also a very weird grip. He has his thumb touching the stem, and his index finger does also touch the stem as well. And then his middle finger rests under the front of the barrel, and then finally his ring finger that touches the dart point. A very weird grip, but how will I get on? Now, not only does Luke Humphries use a very weird setup, he uses a very, very weird grip. This is the first one that feels like completely alien to me, but it's my first time giving it a try. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm scared I'm going to hit something. Okay, single 20. I'll take that. Come on. Okay, single 5. Not too bad. And a single 11. I don't know how he can play so well holding the dart like that. Like, this has to be the most weirdest way I've ever gripped the dart. It's so like unnatural. Okay, tell you what though, single 18. Love that. I was really scared I was gonna hit my light then. The dart setup itself actually isn't too bad at all, but the grip is very, very odd. So rating it is very simple. Easily a 1. That is actually no, probably not a 1 because I can still throw. A 2 because it is very, very weird. It's horrible to do. So 2 is my final dart rating. Now let's move on to our next dart grip. And that dart grip is Josh Rock. Now he uses a 3-finger grip. he puts his thumb on the front of the barrel and also his index finger on the other side. And then finally, he uses his middle finger to pull it under the dart point. So the Josh Rock grip, actually a simple grip to be fair. And I've also got his exact dart setup, so I'm going to feel like Josh Rock. His grip is actually very simple to do, and it definitely feels a lot more like natural when you put your fingers on the barrel than comparing to Luke Humphries. That one was very, very weird. The only thing I dislike about his grip is that it's like right at the front of the dart. It's the only thing I'm like not a big fan of. If this was like more at the back of the barrel, we could be talking. But because it's right at the front of the barrel, it makes it really difficult to kind of guide where you want the dart. And as well, they're just landing flat. I struggled for weeks to try and get darts to land flat. Now today, 2 dart setups I've tried, landing flat. But what I'm going to rate is grip. Now, feeling wise, like putting your fingers on the barrel, very simple. You'll definitely get used to it. But just where it's placed is what's weird to me. It being right near the front of the barrel, that's where it feels weird. I don't like it. So I think, because it like when you put your fingers on it, it's not bad. But because it feels weird where you're holding the dart, I think a solid 5. I think a solid 5 is fair. It's definitely not better than MVG's. Definitely not better than the Phil Taylor grip. So 100% I'm going to put this 5. Our next player's grip is actually Stephen Bullet Bunting. Now when he puts his thumb at the back of the barrel, kind of touching the barrel and also the stem, his index finger goes onto the other side and also sits in the middle of the barrel. And then finally his middle finger sits right under the front of the barrel. A nice 3-finger grip, but now let's see how it feels. The Bunting grip, now I'm not using the exact weight that he uses, however I'm using 24 grams I think. But let's see how this grip goes on. Okay, that first dart was absolutely terrible. Oh, there we go, a bit more power. Beautiful. Let's hit a 180. Nope. Beautiful, single 5. Okay. What was that? Now Bunting kind of brings up to his eye, which I'm trying to do, but I was aiming for the treble 20, I was hit a treble 8. Beautiful. Okay, a lot better, a lot better. Now rating this grip, I do think it's probably just a little bit better than Josh Rock's. Not massively, so I think I'm going to rate it a 6. It is just very weird to like keep putting my fingers where it is. Like this index finger here keeps scooching forward, which is really annoying. Like comfortable wise, it's not the best, but it is better than Josh Rock's, and I can't rate that 5. It has to be higher because it is a bit more at the back of the barrel, whereas Josh Rock's is literally just in the middle of the barrel. That was a shocking dart. So I think I'm gonna rate this a 6. Not the best grip, not the worst, just it's okay. But listen, it works for Stephen Bunting. Who am I to say that this is a bad grip? So that was all the dart grips. Let me know in the comments down below whose grip I should try next, and also let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried any players' dart grips.